Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you in Taiwan and good morning to you in Germany. Guten Tag. Welcome to the 7th Taiwan-Germany, Germany-Taiwan Smart Machinery Forum. Today in our forum, as you can see by our title, we'll be talking about smart machinery. But to be exact, we will be talking about smart manufacturing and digital transformation to the next level. And we will be sharing very successful case studies of cooperation between Taiwan companies and German companies so that we may learn from their successful cooperation, their success stories, so that we could foster more opportunities for more cooperation between Taiwan companies and German companies. That's the aim of our forum today. So ladies and gentlemen, time is of essence here. Without further ado, I would like to welcome for the opening remarks our Director General of Taiwan MOEA, Ministry of Economic Affairs, Industrial Development Bureau, Director General, Mr. 吕振华。局长好，局长请。
大家好 Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Climate Action Industrial Policy Director General Dr. Kratin, Association of German Chambers of Industry and Commerce Chief Executive of Foreign Trade, Dr. Volker Trier, German Trade Office Executive Director, Axel Limber, my good friend and old friend, CIECA Vice Chairman Chu. Vice Chairman Chu is most supporting industry here in Taiwan. And the Taiwan Automation Intelligence and Robotic Association Chairman Xi. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a pleasure and with honor for me to join this forum online and welcome our guests and friends online in participating this year's 7th Germany-Taiwan Smart Machinery Forum. On behalf of the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Industrial Development Bureau, IDB, I would like to thank Germany and Taiwan industry leaders for sharing their insights and pioneering solutions for smart manufacturing. Taiwan industry and Germany enterprise have built up a long-standing relationship and have created many industrial business and market value together. Since 2016, from the 4th to the 6th Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Forum, this platform has continuously promoted the dialogue with great industry feedback and have contributed to continuous partnership and achievements. This year's 7th Smart Machinery Forum shall focus on opportunity seen in industrial communication standards, open IoT platforms, supply chain sustainability, new applied technology, and system integration. I look forward through this year's forum in fostering deeper cooperation between both sides. Since 2016, the Taiwanese government has continuously and actively implemented the Smart Machinery Industry Promotion Program, enabling Taiwan's machinery industries transformation from precision machinery to smart machinery, progressively supporting SMEs in this digital transformation and boost our industry competitiveness. Next year, Taiwan's machinery makers vigorously and successfully delivered greater industry growth in amidst uncertain and adverse markets. And displaying competitive capabilities in the international market. Taiwan and Germany has a strong connection in the industry market. 2021 saw the total bilateral trade reaching 20.3 billion euros, a growth of 27.5% compared to the previous year. The export alone was 8.0 billion euros, a growth of 35.4%, with machinery and electrical equipment taking up 4.1 billion euro of value. The import, on the other hand, reached 12.3 billion euros, a growth of 22.8%, with machinery and electrical equipment occupying 46% of the value. Germany is a very, very important trade partner for Taiwan. This year's forum, we shall witness the MOU between Taiwan's CE Machinery and Germany Backhoe Automation, cooperating in creating new generation of smart stamping press machine tool and related smart technology upgrades. We will also witness the MOU between Taiwan's Synapticon and the Germany Synapticon, creating a new partnership for industrial cobalt control technologies development. International cooperation between Taiwan and Germany can aid in facing difficult challenges within supply chains and foster innovation in industries. I look forward to collaborations that foster both our growth in the international market and complement a resilient and safe supply chains. In closing, I would like to thank everyone for your work in helping further industrial cooperation between Taiwan and Germany. I would also like to thank everyone for making time to attend in your busy schedules. Your effort up to today should become a big step forward between Taiwan and the Germany industries. I hope we can see more and innovative collaboration in the future. Lastly, I wish for a successful forum today and also continuous health, success, and prosperity for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to our Director General, Mr. 吕振华局长。局长，请您留在线上，因为待会儿呢，您还要见证我们的 MOU signing， 还有大合照。再次掌声，谢谢吕局长，谢谢。Thank you, Director General Mr. Liu Zhenhua from Taiwan MOEA Industrial Development Bureau. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for our counterpart, please welcome Director General for Industrial Policy, Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Climate Action from Germany, Director General Mr. Bernhard Klütig. Please. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Dear Mr. Liu, dear Mr. Chu, dear Dr. Dreyer, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting me to this year's Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Forum. This is my first appearance at this forum, and I'm delighted to contribute to this long-standing collaboration format. Taiwan is one of Germany's most important trading partners in Asia, and in the other direction, Germany is one of the most important trading partners of Taiwan in Europe. Taiwan and Germany have long-standing and trusting economic ties. These achievements are promising for reaching new shores of our collaboration. Due to the pandemic and the new geopolitical realities, Germany as well as many other economies, are facing new challenges. Our industries have to cope with a new level of fragility of global value chains, energy security issues, upcoming inflation. Both countries have a long and proud manufacturing tradition. The current challenge is to transform our manufacturing industries and to make them more resilient, more flexible, and carbon neutral. The German government is undertaking great efforts to foster innovation and investment in Germany. Digital transformation will be a key enabler for a digital, resilient, and climate-neutral economy. One of our main objectives is to establish digital sovereignty in Europe. This we see as a precondition to create the necessary trust and control over data required by companies. This is a field of global cooperation as value chains, or better, value networks, will still be globally organized in future. Taiwan is an important partner for us. I see possible areas for further industrial collaboration, such as development of new technologies for energy efficiency in smart factories, gain technological leadership in digital infrastructures to serve industry needs, to secure and achieve sovereignty over our industrial data sets and services. Creation of common industrial data spaces. We need digitally connected value chains to pave the ground for data-driven use cases. That is the core objective of Catena X in the automotive sector. We also see the urgent need to expand these activities to the complete industry. We call that Manufacturing X. And last but not least, intensify our exchange and cooperation on level of SME. And this forum is a perfect ground for an exchange on these topics. I'm delighted to see the signing of 2 new MOUs between our industries today. I would like to encourage the companies on both sides, in Taiwan and Germany, to take advantage of the opportunities for cooperation. I'm wishing all of you a fruitful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, sir. Director General, Mr. Bernhard Klutig. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Please stay online for the MOU signing. You are the signing witness and for the group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, our applause once again for Director General, Mr. Bernhard Klutig. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, next we would like to invite the Vice Chairman of CIECA, Mr. Jimmy Chu. 我们热烈掌声欢迎中华民国国际经济合作协会副理事长朱志阳朱总裁。总裁好。
Director General, Director General Mr. Li Zhenhua, Director General Mr. Kuti, Director General Mr. Limburg. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to attend today Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Forum. I'm the chairman of the Fairfront Group, and we have 94 companies worldwide. There are 37 brands and more than 50 factories in the machine tool field. In Germany, there are 11 companies and 7 brands. We are not the machine tool builder, but also the smarter manufacturing solution provider. Recently, we focus on automobile, aerospace, e-mobility, and the energy industry. I'm also the chairman of the Taiwan Listing Cabinet Company Association, TLCA, and the chairman of the Taiwan Association of Clean Energy Transition. TLCA is the largest association for the listing company in Taiwan. The member company standard for 60% of Taiwan total GDP. Most of the member companies are smart manufacturers. It's well known that Germany is the global piano. That's and the leader in the Industry 4.0, and has very important and valuable resources like machine design, industry application, full experience, and worldwide leader custom base. In Taiwan, we have ICT technology, high-end talents, and quickly response to the marketing demand. As our government have been active in promoting smarter machinery, we should enable more cooperation and create a win-win sharing, long-term partnership and synergy between us. Other COVID-19 still continue. I appreciate IDB and the Germany Treaty Office have held the Smarter Machinery Forum. In closing, I want to thank everybody for your working. Because of you, be here. Further advanced cooperation between Taiwan and the Germany company, new thinking and the new collaboration could make new marketing opportunity possible. I wish you successful and flexible today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much， 朱总裁，谢谢朱总裁给我们的期许勉励，谢谢总裁，热烈的掌声，我们请总裁请入座。好的，紧接着呢，要为我们致辞的是德国工商总会 ，Ladies and gentlemen, and next to speak to us is Dr. Volker Treyer, the Chief Executive of Foreign Trade, member of the Executive Board Association of German Chamber of Industry and Commerce, 简称 DIHK. Please welcome Dr. Volker Treyer. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, guten Morgen from Germany. Dear Mr. Lü, dear Mr. Kluttig, dear Mr. Chu, esteemed dignitaries, while I would have preferred to travel to Taipei to extend my well wishes in person, COVID restrictions and the tense situation in Europe unfortunately make this impossible. And I say this with great regret. Nonetheless, it is my great pleasure to participate in today's forum and in the opening of the Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Forum. For the 7th time in a row, this forum offers hands-on insights into successful German-Taiwanese cooperation projects, and it offers a roadmap for the future ahead. This year's forum is all about the transformation towards climate neutral, sustainable industries. And I'm happy to observe that Taiwan, just like Germany, has long understood the importance of small and medium-sized enterprises for driving this information. Both Germany and Taiwan take pride in their robust small and medium-sized enterprises. We call it the Mittelstand. And the numbers speak for themselves when it comes to German-Taiwanese cooperation. With a bilateral trade volume of 21 billion euro, Taiwan ranks today's 25th among Germany's most important trading partners worldwide and number 5 in Asia. And in my own statistics, trade relative to per capita, Taiwan ranks second behind Singapore in Asia for us. A total of over 250 German companies are represented in Taiwan, and with the machinery, energy, automotive, and chip industry, to name only a few important sectors, the potential for further expansion is huge. The German and Taiwanese economies are complementary. Today's forum and the enshrined success stories are a testament to that. There's no doubt Taiwan is an important sales and trade sourcing market, but our 40 years presence in Taiwan has also taught us Taiwan is a dependable partner and will play a significant role in tackling many issues Germany is facing today, be it an aging society, a general skill shortage, and cutting-edge solutions for industrial sustainable alongside climate and environmental protection. We are proud that we can count on Taiwan as a trusted partner to tackle these issues. What's more, established ties between German and Taiwanese companies can generate value that extends far beyond just Germany and Taiwan. There are plenty of opportunities for joint activities, especially in the Indo-Pacific regions. We are excited to explore those opportunities with you. Today's forum is, of course, a work event, but please use it also as an opportunity to celebrate the successes of the German-Taiwanese partnership. There will be a multitude of opportunities for our businesses to cooperate and to advance sustainability across all industry. Thank you so much, and I give back to Taipei.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Danke. Thank you. Taiwan is a dependable partner, and Germany is a wonderful partner. So that's why Taiwan and Germany can work together for a bigger and brighter future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a forum. This is an MOU signing ceremony. Please, may we have our staff to set the tables and the chairs for the MOU signing ceremony. Today, we have actually 2 MOU signing ceremonies. First is between Beckhoff and SIA, and the second one is between Xinhan Jituan and Synapticon. Taiwan and Germany have very close cooperative relationship in Industry 4.0. And this year, Taiwan's SIA Machinery and Germany's Beckhoff will cooperate to develop an application technology of smart stamping manufacturing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the signing parties from Beckhoff Automation, Mr. Felix Ong, our Managing Director of Beckhoff, with our applause. 掌声欢迎. And from SIA Machinery, Deputy General Manager, Mr. Stephen Lee. And because this is a very important MOU, so we have 6 witnesses. 3 are already online witnessing. And please, 我们现在请我们林华宇组长请上台担任我们的见证人. Please be seated. 我们欢迎我们 Mr. Axel Lindberg, please. Executive Director of German Trade Office, you are a signing witness. And please welcome from Tyra, 施国一理事长 and 朱志阳总裁一起为我们见证。Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have many witnesses. So this MOU is very, very important for not just the two companies, but also for Taiwan and Germany. So please, our signing parties, please sign the MOU. And of course, this is live streaming on YouTube as well. Thank you. Please exchange and sign again, because we need signatures on both MOUs between Beckhoff and Sia Machinery. Thank you so much. I believe the MOU has been signed with signatures on both MOUs. So may we stand and show the MOU to our audience. Our signing witness, 请组长还有理事长请站到两旁一起来合影。这样子您在后面的话会被挡住。Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the MOU between Beckhoff and Sia Machinery has been signed. A wonderful moment. One more big step ahead for the cooperation between Taiwan and Germany. Thank you for your applause. Thank you for your applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for the cooperation between Taiwan and Germany. Thumbs up. We have both thumbs up. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Our signing parties, wonderful job. Wonderful job. Please be seated with the audience. Now, our signing witness, please stay for MOU signing part 2. The collaboration from both sides is now, we have MOU part 2 from Synapticon, Mr. Nikolai Eslin, founder and CEO of Synapticon, and Xinghan Jituan. Please welcome Chairman, Mr. Clement Lin. 掌声欢迎，掌声欢迎。The collaboration from both sides is a robust safe solution allowing users to implement applications according to ISO TS 15066. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Our witnesses are already on standby, ready for the MOU signing. So please sign. Thank you so much. This is an important moment for both Taiwan and Germany. 2 giant steps ahead for our collaboration. Taiwan is a dependable partner, and Germany is a wonderful partner. That's why we're working so well together as a group. Please exchange the MOU and sign again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. History has been made. That is a very good photo call. That is a very good photo call. Now, please stand and show the MOU to our audience. Our signing witness, please move forward. Yes, for the group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another wonderful step of collaboration, cooperation between Taiwan and Germany. We are wonderful and dependable partners together, working together. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up again. Thumbs up for Synapticon, thumbs up for Xinghan Jituan, thumbs up for Taiwan and Germany. Thank you. Thank you so much to our signing parties and our witness. Please be seated. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more photo call on stage to do. That is our group photo. So when our staff remove the chairs and the tables, we have to welcome many, many VIPs on stage for the group photo. That's why our online participants are still with us. Director Generals are still with us. Director General, Mr. Liu Zhenhua is still with us. And ladies and gentlemen, now for the group photo, please welcome. 首先，我们热烈掌声欢迎林华宇林组长，请带领我们进行大合照。欢迎组长。谢谢我们工业局林华宇林组长。Please welcome Executive Director of German Trade Office, Mr. Axel Lindberg. 掌声，掌声。Please welcome from Tyra, Mr. Chairman, Mr. 施国一理事长。掌声欢迎。紧接着我们欢迎的是我们 Vice Chairman from Sieca 朱志阳朱总裁，恭请朱总裁，朱总裁请。 And ladies and gentlemen, today we also have from ITRI, Rao 所长, MMSL Director General, Mr. Rao. Please join us for the group photo. And our Xinghan Jituan Chairman, Mr. Clement Lin, who was just on stage for the signing ceremony. Please welcome for the group photo. From Synapticon, Mr. CEO, Mr. Nikolai Eslin. Please join us for the group photo. I have a long list here. We have a big group photo. Next Cobot, let us welcome General Manager Jenny Shen. And from Siemens Taiwan Limited, we have Mr. CEO, Mr. Erdo Elver joining us on stage. Together with Vice President of Siemens Taiwan Limited, Mr. Adi Ramkrishna. Director of Igus Taiwan, Gordon Lai. And Vice President of Xieyi Machinery, Vice President, Mr. Stephen Lee. And of course, last but not least, Mr. Felix Ohm, Managing Director of Beckhoff. And of course, joining us online right now, we have Director General Mr. Klutik and DIHK, Dr. Treya, and Mr. Andreas Fath from VDMA. And of course, 我们经济部工业局吕振华局长也在线上参与我们的大合照。So, 报告局长，我们现场可不可以拿掉口罩？
可以啊，可以啊。
好，局长说的哦，来，局长说可以的哦。
指挥中心说的，不是只有我说的。
是 CDC 说的 ，CDC 说的。好，还是稍微移过去一点点。Okay, we want the photo to be balanced. Okay. 报告总裁，我们暂时拿掉口罩。谢谢，谢谢，暂时。Okay. Let us take a group photo. This is a wonderful moment for Taiwan and Germany. Cooperation between Taiwan and Germany has moved 2 giant steps ahead with our 2 MOUs signed today. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful smile for a wonderful future between Taiwan and Germany. Thumbs up, thumbs up. The usual drill, thumbs up. Yes, both thumbs up, both hands thumbs up. Okay. Taiwan, Zan, Germany, Taiwan and Germany. Thank you, thank you. Wonderful moment, wonderful moment. Captured on screen and live streaming on YouTube. Thank you so much, thank you. 谢谢局长, thank you so much. Dankeschön. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now moving on, it is time for our first keynote speech. Today is from Mr. Andreas Fath from VDMA, sharing the perspective from the world-class think tank. He has just joined us online for the group photo. Welcoming once again, back online, Mr. Andreas Fath from VDMA, Head of Industrial Interoperability.
Hello, everybody. I think everybody can hear me, correct?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. So, great opportunity to be here. Great ceremony. I really can just congratulate all parties involved here. And I am happy to have the honor to have this keynote in the beginning of the more technical sessions. I'm talking today about the global production language. And this global production language that we are developing inside the VDMA, from our perspective, is one of the major drivers of smart manufacturing and smart machinery. So maybe just a short introduction of the VDMA. I think this is well known. We are an association for mechanical engineering industry. We got more than 3,500 member companies from all over the world, and we are representing really the broad machinery industry. So everything I explain in the next minutes, it's not only about like robotics or machine tools, but it's really for the broad machinery industry and also for parts of process industry. The major goals, what we try to achieve is to simplify interface development by standardizing them, to simplify the integration of products in green and also brown fields, and to simplify the access to standardized production information. Those 3 major goals will give us the possibility to easier cooperate and to easier exchange information along the whole value chain. We put that together in one word called the global production language. So if we go a little bit deeper in that topic, then we see it is all based on OPCUA. The OPCUA technology is an open source approach. It has security by design included. It supports various protocols and allows semantic machine descriptions. And it is scalable. And maybe also important, it is adopted and used all over the world. So this is the basis communication layer. And on that, we are developing those standards, those interface standards. Those interface standards have the goal to reduce, as I said, the cost of development of interfaces because they are standardized, and easier integration into brownfield and greenfield because every machine and every component from the different fields where we have those domain-specific information models is standardized. More than 600 companies worldwide are involved in these activities. So a really broad approach that is, of course, it was somehow driven by a lot of German companies, but as you know, the German companies are also global players. So this is really an activity on the global level. If we just show this overview, and I will not go through every point, it's just to show you there are a lot of already released specifications. Those specifications are open source, free of charge, and we want really to enable the industry to take part in this movement with a global production language. We believe that machine builders and also users from all over the world should participate, should use those standardized information, because then if we look really on a global view, we will have a much reduced effort in using information from the production. And this will all help us all to get easier and better businesses, better business cases, and also the use cases we all know on condition monitoring, predictive maintenance, and so on is facilitated. Also artificial intelligence, because if you get the information standardized, independent from the manufacturer, you're able to scale this whole data-driven processes. There are more than 40 working groups, more than 600 companies, and also important is not just the mechanical engineering industry, it's also process automation and also all other stakeholders that somehow can use later on those information. So also end users from automotive industry or cloud vendors, for example, are participating in this approach. If we think of the next logical step, and I do an example from our human beings. We have people that are biologists or engineers or lawyers. They have their, let's say, vocabulary. This is the domain-specific vocabularies where robotic manufacturers or machine tool manufacturers came together and say, how should our vocabulary for all the robots look like? But as we as human beings, we still can understand each other, because also a lawyer can talk to an engineer. And this is why they have also an in common vocabulary. It's not only about the paragraphs, it's also about to say, hello, how are you? My name is, I'm good. And this is what we do in the cross-domain harmonized information models, was what we name OPCUA for machinery. So if we look on the OPCUA for machinery, and this is the major standard which will really influence worldwide data processing and data availability, is that there we have building blocks. Those building blocks allow us to have different use cases covered and to enable that those use cases can be implemented also as a standalone model. In addition, on that use cases, you can see that we have here the building blocks in the OPCA for machinery, like identification, listing of all machinery items, the machinery states, result transfer, and also in-work job management and energy monitoring. And this is the basis layer of the global production language. You can see it here. The OPCA for machinery is right on the bottom, and all other specifications like machine tools or extruders and something like that are built up on that OPCA for machinery basis. If we take one example, then we have the machinery identification building block. So all the machines will give their information in the same way who they are. In detail, it looks like information models. So here we go a little bit deeper in there. Don't be afraid, I will not deep more even. We can see here some details. And we can see there, for example, in the manufacturer or a model tag. Also a software revision or a year of construction and a serial number. So all machines and all components are able in the same way to name their manufacturer, and the variable for all of them will be called manufacturer. And then there will be, for example, backoff like today here in the ceremony. So pretty clear how this can help us, because we don't have to do interpretation of the variables. We directly know what they mean and how they are described. If we go, for example, on a component level, on a machinery level and component level, we have mandatory objects. They have always to be delivered, and optional ones. So the mandatory, you can be sure you get from all machine and from all components using the global production language. And same thing for the component. There's just something different. There is no location needed because a component is inside of a machine. And we have here an additional parameter, device revision. But this is just details. I just want to give you an example how such information models can look like. In the end, it's an XML file that you can import in your server client or publish subscriber architecture. So if we go one step further, and I try to make a little example about the machine states. Today, all the different machines give their status in a different way, or even not. So it's pretty hard to see what is the different states of the different machines. With the OPCA for machinery, I can see all of them are working. What happens if a machine is running? I can see it. What happens if there's an error? If there's an error, today I see my machine is out of order. With the OPCA for machinery, all the machines give the same information and say, I am in error mode. But it's not only that. It is one step further. I can check the components, because components also are using the global production language. And with this, I can see the conveyor is just waiting. The injection is just waiting because the gripper has the error. So I can really easy from my software coming that the gripper is causing the problem. This is really saving us time and money. And if we put all of that in a nutshell, this is what we name global production language. I got one more thing to tell you today, and I know this is also known for both sides. It's called UMATI. UMATI is our initiative, our global initiative to show that the Universal Machine Technology Interface, what we name Global Production Language, is on a global matter. This initiative is a group where every company, every vendor, every customer can join. So also you online and also in the hall. and get in touch with other companies or users also trying to implement or already implementing the global production language. So if you want to join this global approach, we really warmly welcome you to, on the one hand, check the release candidates of the machinery specifications, because we are publishing them 90 days for global feedback. And if you are thinking about developing and also implementing the global production language, you are warmly welcome to join the UMATI initiative and to get in touch with all the other machine builders, users, and customers to really make it happen that we have a worldwide in common vocabulary for production information. With this, I come to an end to my short presentation. I'm open for any questions, and also you can, of course, contact me directly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this short but wonderful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, that was keynote speech number 1, and now moving on to our next keynote speech, let us welcome the chairman of Taiwan Automation, Intelligence and Robotics Association, Tyra. 我们掌声欢迎司国一理事长。理事长好。
大家午安，Good morning， 大家welcome to this Taiwan and German forum. I'm the Koi Su. I'm chairman from the Tyros. Okay, today presentation I would give you an overview about smart manufacturing, our current status here in Taiwan. So first, I will introduce our national program regarding smart manufacturing. This is, we have so-called three strategies right now. The first one is localization. It's actually how can we enforce industry and academic and work together to build a foundation for the smart manufacturing. And also most important, how can we build a so-called cluster of smart manufacturing industry here in Taiwan? So we should work together for the world market. The second strategy is the so-called we link to future. It's actually in the essence, it's a digitized transformation, particularly for small medium company here in Taiwan. The last one is what we have today. It's international cooperation. One example is Taiwan, Germany, and Taiwan and USA, etc., etc. So in the following presentation, I will touch only the first and the second. So our association work together with industry and also together with our government, Minister of Economic and the Minister of Education to go in this way. And also we work together with university and college and school. So next I will show you how our result in working in the direction, localization, and the link to the future. The first one, you know, for the smart manufacturing, system integration capability is very, very important. You know, in Taiwan, we are a lot of small and medium companies. Alone, we cannot complete all. So we need to work together. So that is the purpose of the system integration areas. So right now, we have 71 members. So Mr. Faith, just a previous presentation, touched about OPCUA, also talking about the UMATI. That is also one of the topics in this, for areas in the list. So this area, so we have our purpose for this is networking. How can we find a cooperation opportunity for common project, etc. And also we offer training. And most important, like yesterday, we, because of support of our Minister of Economy, so we have promoting SI program, the best SI program in Taiwan last year. So we have awards, etc. So this is the one of the basic how we work to smart manufacturing here in Taiwan. So the first one. The second one is something, there's one industrial segment. There's a lot of people here in Taiwan, or maybe around the world, ignore this industrial growth, particularly service robot. Everybody knows that in last 2-3 years, industrial robots grows more than 20 or 30%. But service robots, particularly AGV, transportation, for logistics, grow much, much bigger. So that is the reason that for the new opportunity, so we set up service robot areas. As you can see that, for the next one, you see, this is a Taiwan capability. As you can see that we have a lot of company working in the transportation and logistics, and also everybody know a lot of Taiwanese company working in the area cleaning robot. For the households cleaning robot, this market is very, very competitive. A German company is very, very strong in industrial cleaning robot. So that is one of the area Taiwan company. There's also an opportunity Taiwan and Germany can work together for the industrial cleaning. And of course, medical robots. Unfortunately, right now in Taiwan, in medical robots, we still have a lot to do because in this area, industry, they need a lot of certification. It's very, very difficult for small, medium company here in Taiwan. And the last, Taiwan International Airport, they have approached Taiwan regarding the guidance robot, for the guidance robot in the airport, in the service, and also in the restaurant. That is also areas we are working on. For the smart manufacturing, when we start for the future, for this direction, this is important for us, for the Taiwan. If we want to be smart manufacturing center in Asia, the foundation for this is people, is the people. This is very, very important. Without the people, without the engineer, that's just impossible. And everybody knows that in Taiwan nowadays, semiconductor industry is very, very hard. They attracted most of the talent engineer here in Taiwan. But for a lot of small, medium company in Taichung or in other area in Tainan, we have the difficulty to attract talent engineer. So how can we solve this? So we, Taiwan, working together, particularly with Minister of Economy and Minister of Education, to train the new generation. So we have, we have job fair and the internship. We try to match the younger student and with the industry. I know very well. I have also educated in Germany. I spent more than 10 years in Germany. Germany industrial apprentice, industry training is the role model for all the world. So that is also one of the areas we can work together. Okay? And also our association offer engineer certificate, automation engineer, robot engineer. Not only the examination, also important, we set up the training in a lot of school, university, college around Taiwan. More than 5 college, university. They have training center for the robotic. training center for robotics. That is important. That is a lot of very, very fun. So that attract a lot of young engineers to attend this training course. And the most important, if you visit this trade show, you will see a lot of robotic competition. One of is offered by our company, Highwind. You are welcome to look at the robotic competition. So that is the way, that is how we in Taiwan to prepare for the future, for the smart manufacturing, to make our country more competitive. So I see there's a lot of opportunity. We can work together with Germany. We can learn from Germany, particularly industry training, etc. So that is my today's presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Tyrell Chairman, Mr. 司国一理事长，谢谢。So Germany is the role model for the world. 再次掌声，谢谢理事长。Please be seated. Thank you so much, Chairman of Tyrell. And people is the foundation. And between this cooperation between Taiwan and Germany, of course, people again is the foundation. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming the President and CEO of Siemens Taiwan Limited, Mr. Erdo Elver, to share with us about the topic of accelerating sustainability through smart manufacturing. Ladies and gentlemen, please, our applause. Mr. Erdo Elver.
Thank you very much. Dear Axel, honorable leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Great to be here, and thank you, as always, for the great introduction. I will talk about accelerating sustainability for smart manufacturing. If we talk about sustainability, there are a lot of things comes to our mind, and you might know there are three major areas we have to look at: environment, social, and governance. And here my focus will be in the following on the environment. And what happens if we do not take care about sustainability related to environment? Well, I can imagine you can recognize the pictures, and those are quite new. Flooding just happened last week in Korea, if I'm correct, happening now somewhere in China. Forest fires in Europe everywhere, and of course droughts also everywhere. So that is all caused by the human beings, and it's the consequence of course, our action. This and also similar pictures we will see more if we do not take care of the topic sustainability. That is why the title is Accelerating Sustainability, to avoid those things happening, and that is of course caused by climate change. And climate change of course caused by global warming, and it's one of the major challenges we are all facing. Now you will say, what can we do from the industrial point of view? Well, we can contribute a lot, because if you see the numbers, around 33% of the global energy is consumed by the industries, and around 20% of carbon emissions are coming from industrial activities. So that is a challenge which we need to address, and here we are saying, of course, we can tackle and address those challenges through digital solutions. I will come back to this. And it is not only the climate change which is keeping us, of course, busy, and this is a challenge which will remain for a while. But we are also facing other challenges: geopolitical tensions, pandemic, which also caused a lot of disruptions in the global supply chains. It's another challenge we are forcing, and this is also forcing the manufacturers to rethink their operations. And of course, also in this context, we have to do more with less. As I have mentioned, we see what is the solution. The major technology is the digitalization, and that is in fact which we have to look at and see how we can utilize digital solutions to combat, again, climate change by making operations more efficient, less energy consuming, and that is what we say, accelerating, again, sustainable to true smart technologies through smart manufacturing. So again, digitalization, automations are the key to and of course, linked with this intelligent use of data created through different activities and of course collected through sensors, which we can utilize to run our operations in a better ways and optimized way. Here again, the major concept here, utilizing digital technologies and combining real and virtual worlds. And this gives us opportunities to run things in a more efficient and how to say it, resource optimized way. We are talking also here in this context, well, using digital twins to, well, run the major activities, what we are doing in manufacturing activities, and I will go through one by one. And that is the digital enterprise, what we are offering to our customers from Siemens, where we are helping and wanting to help our customers, well, as said, to go to the digital transformation in a way that they can optimize their operations and reduce their energy consumptions and with this, of course, CO2 emissions, and contribute, again, to have a more sustainable environment. Just three major areas. We are providing solutions within this digital enterprise to our customers to build digital twins for the products. So that's the one aspect. And with this, we can design, simulate, verify functions of the products without building a real product, which is helping us to save resources on one hand, energy of course, but also be faster and more flexible. So that is the one area. Another area is we want to produce this product, what we have designed. Also here we can build digital twin of the production. Similar, we can plan, simulate, and with this also optimize the production before we do any physical, let's say, establishment of the production line. So that is a technology which we can utilize. After having both designed the product through digital twin, design the production through digital twins, we will of course run the production, but also after having the product, run the product or utilize the product. And here we're talking about the real product and production twin. Okay. Also here we can use the digital twin, we can use the data generated from our products and learn to optimize the product, but also optimize the production. And here also we are talking about the closed loop and going back from the product production, from the real product and production, back to the design of the product, respectively production. And with this, optimize our product, respectively the production. So this is in fact a comprehensive, complex system which we are offering to our customers. It is, I do believe we are the only company having this comprehensive portfolio, a software portfolio with digital solution, automation solutions, which we can offer our customers once again to run their operations in a proper way. Of course, it's an open system, which help us to bring in the different parties who are involved in product design or production design. And those can be our partners, suppliers, or, well, machine builders in this concrete case, but also here different other parties involved in this process, be it logistics or be it other application developers, and utilize this platform to develop, again, the product, respectively, the production system. Also here we're talking about creating an ecosystem of different parties who needs to come together, again, to work on the issue which I'm talking about. Of course, also very important to have a proper system which can help us with the cybersecurity to protect the product, but also the plant, the production systems. And there's another important aspect and element which we need to consider. In fact, that is what we call accelerator, and we have announced, respectively, launched it 1 month ago. And this is a comprehensive system, a platform approach, how we call it, which is providing, again, as a system where we can develop our products, link our products to the cloud, provide a platform to our developers, partners, customers, which they can utilize to provide solutions to the issues which we are dealing with. And this is in fact what we call a continuously growing, powerful ecosystem of partners. And of course, in the future, this will provide a marketplace where our customers can go in, see, search, put together what they need, and also, of course, build a kind of community of customers and partners and experts which can utilize this platform. So that is in fact the future of our, let's say, offerings based on our platform, what we call Siemens Accelerator. I'd like to share in the following just some specific examples what we did and where we have worked together with our customers and utilize our solutions which I have just offered. Related to production efficiency, we just signed, in fact, yesterday an MOU with one of our customers here in Taiwan, King Steel. King Steel, you might know, is the leading company providing machine systems for shoe manufacturing. And of course, as every company, also this company is wanting to optimize their production efficiency and accuracy for shoe manufacturing, and of course with this become more environmental friendly. And with our comprehensive solutions which we're offering, we're providing to our customers, again, the digital solutions, helping them to link virtual and digital walls where they can utilize the digital twins to develop their machine systems and optimize their operations, as I have introduced, and with this become more efficient. Once again, it's a great example of what we did, and of course this cooperation has been signed last year and expanded with yesterday's MOU, and we will deepen further in the future this cooperation. Another example which we did, another company in this similar industry where we have started cooperation already 1 year ago, utilizing here digital solutions combined with 5G, augmented reality, and having our platform, what we call MindSphere, which is a part of Accelerator platform, which I have just introduced. And also here, we are helping our customers to optimize their operations by building products which are efficient and of course also optimized in a way. Of course, I should give also an example from Germany. The same we do with our bigger customers, Mercedes. Hopefully everybody knows Mercedes-Benz is the leading auto manufacturer. And also here Siemens and Mercedes-Benz are working together to expand the digitalization solutions in the operations of Mercedes-Benz. It's a partnership, in fact, to develop innovative solutions for digitalization of the manufacturing of the car manufacturing in different areas of Mercedes. And of course, with this, providing a comprehensive digital portfolio to the Mercedes-Benz to develop, again, their production lines using our software solutions. So that is another great example which we have started doing it. And we do it, of course, also for many other customers. Well, with this, again, our goal is to support our customers to overcome the challenges coming through climate change, through global supply chain disruptions, and many, many more, and prepare them also for the future by utilizing the digital solutions for their production, for their product design, production design, respective for their operations. And that is one of let's say key aims which we are providing, but also helping them to build an ecosystem with us, but also with other partners to be able to develop the systems in an efficient way, and with this more resource efficient, energy, let's say, efficient, and reducing, of course, CO2 emissions to become more sustainable, and with this, of course, accelerating sustainability through smart technologies, smart manufacturing. That is it. Thank you very much, and happy to get your feedbacks in our LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, we will have feedback during the Q&A session in just a while. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Mr. Erdo Elver. Our applause once again. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful presentation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us now is from ITRI. ITRI is Taiwan Industrial Technology Research Institute. Please welcome 饶达人饶所长，掌声欢迎。工研院饶所长好，所长好。哎，所长啊 ，Andy 来帮您，好吧？ Okay. Please welcome Dr. Rao, General Director of Mechanical and Mechatronic Systems Research Laboratories from ITRI. 再次掌声，所长好。
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, industrial audience and physically and online guests from Taiwan and Germany. I'm the General Director, Dazhen Yao, from the Mechanical and Mechatronic System Research Lab from this Industrial Technology Research Institute, ITRI, Taiwan. And it's my honor to give this speech entitled Taiwan Smart Machinery Development and Applied Technology Opportunities. And in the past several years, the global economic condition has been changed. And Taiwan's manufacturing and machinery industry has been able to see promising growth and achievement. Today, I will share with you some of the successful examples in smart manufacturing transformation and applied technology here in Taiwan. Okay, so I will start from the Taiwan smart machinery status and also the strategy, and give you several examples. One of them is utilizing the AI to taking the industrial challenges and also crowding service to enhance the machine solution. At the end, I will show you the smart machinery for global smart supply chain. And Taiwan is an export-centric country. The machinery industry with over 18,000 enterprise and with the workforce over 340K people has been continuous growth since 2016. And above the 1 trillion Taiwan dollars in production value for 5 consecutive years. Like last year, 2021, reached new record of the 1.3 trillion Taiwan dollars. Based on the TMI estimate that it is set to reach 1.45 trillion Taiwan dollars in 2022. Okay, so Taiwan, the smart manufacturing policy has involved based industrial trend and emerging technology, but its core has always been centered around leveraging our machinery and the ICT industry to foster smart manufacturing growth. Today, I will give you several examples to utilize AI to enhance smart manufacturing, the applied cloud service to cultivate the solution provider, then using the achievement to promote smart manufacturing to global supply chain in the world. Okay, so the first step for many smart manufacturing in Taiwan is to undergoing digitalization and incorporation specific edge analysis module in a gradual approach. AI technology present a great opportunity for enterprise to not only gathering data, but also utilize it in a meaningful and high-ceiling manner. AI can also be a tool to enterprise to tackle labor challenges, including shortage from lower birth rate and competition from other industry. The utilization of the AI can help in efficiently retaining manufacturing, knowledge in bottleneck and the key processing. Then nutrition system integrator to increase the AI service capability is of course as well. Okay, the first successful example is by the Physical Corporation. Physical specifically providing non-destructive testing, magnetic particle testing, penetrating testing, frozen penetrating testing. Their original process of the magnetic detection will inject frozen magnetic powder, and within UV dark room, go through human inspection. This will cause the long-term exposure is hazardous to health for human. The use of the magnetic powder will also have some residual that can lead to over 20% in human judgment error. So each helped to improve the process through CCD camera imaging and deployment of AI to detect the defects, resulting in elimination inspection error, doubling the inspection speed, and increasing the value of the inspection equipment by 5 million Taiwan NT dollars. Okay, then another successful example, AI example, is the deployment of the outdoor robots by TIRC for Thai Power on-site inspection needs. Thai Power outdoor electrical substation inspection patrol is critical in maintaining power grid stability. Traditionally, it relies on human inspector to do the job. The use of the indoor robots through an operator through lead to miss inspection and deploy the problem identification. So each also helped in develop the robot with the necessary smart sensors, including RGB imaging sensor, thermal image sensor, laser scanner. AI is also utilized to create the AI smart navigation system. The system has been tested and adopted into service since 2021. And is also undergoing evaluation to become a state standard issue. Okay, then the second part of the smart machinery promotion policy is the focusing on the integration of the multi-system and the utilization of cloud service technology to manage the data and the production line. The development of the machine cloud service and the app modules paired with the physical machine equipment can enable new add-on value solutions. Currently, the machine cloud is categorized based on different industries, including metal forming, metal machining, plastic and rubber, electronics, textiles. And totally, there are almost 200 APP functionality has been created. And also, currently, we have almost 1,400 members on this cloud service. So this is an example for this cloud service. In electronics, Taiwan's building the precision machine company, specifically like in PCB screen printing machinery. They face the challenge of the high cost in sending technology overseas to service the machine at customer side. The utilization of the machine cloud focuses on the visual monitoring, parameter feedback, app module, and the installation and the monitoring can be done remotely, resulting in a more efficient management of the service need. Next generation of this screen printing machine solution will have the opportunity in the Southeast Asia market, as well as reducing resource need in its life cycle. Okay, in this the metal forming industry, Zhiqing Machine, the industry company, is one of the Taiwan leading stamping press solution provider. Their older mode face the difficulty in monitoring the status of the machine and often cannot identify problem in time. The utilization of the machine cloud is phase 2, focused on its the equivalent abnormal detection and visualization app module, and has successfully put in operation in its end customer, Yutian Precision Company. In resulting, the customer, the sheet metal product has been a decrease in defect by 10%, reduced the operation cost by 10%. Zhiqing has the goal of the striving to match the industry benchmark in Streeter and AIDA with heavy emphasis on the delivery process quality, yield, and equivalent reliability. Okay, in the plastic industry, the FCS, the group specialized in the achievement the injection mold machine and the design and the manufacturing of the molds. All the mold has no network capability and require direct the human operation and the inspection through the entire of the process. Resulting in the adoption of the communication standard, decrease in new software integration time and effort, and decrease in human inspection load by 10%. FCS puts the emphasis on product and the service differentiation. Incorporation of the new functionality has already seen adoption in medicine bottle cap manufacturing, and should be ready for more products in the future. Okay, the last of the small machinery promotion puzzle is the link with the global supply chain, as the important import and export plays an important role for Taiwan economy. Then stimulation industry growth to match the international customer demand is critical to expand market opportunity. Past a couple of years, we have the support over 22 cases in developing advanced solution for industry need in Europe, US, Japan, Southeast Asia, and of course in Taiwan. In the field of the robotics, specifically cobots, Taiwan's TechMan robotics has successfully been able to provide their cobot solution and service to major global automobile brand. The smart feature incorporated including building in 2D, 3D smart vision module, deploying the AI to identify imaging, allowing of the flexible positioning of the robot arm, reduced friction use, capable of the handling a wide range of the shape and the materials. With this the product and service is the estimate to be able to ship 1,800 units with the value over 480 million Taiwan dollars in the next 3 years. Okay, in this semiconductor sector, Taiwan's highlight tech corporation has an expanded technique and service expertise in vacuum, chamber, pumps, valve, and the scrubber technology deployed in semiconductor fabrication plant. They are working on integration the component, equipment, and the system of the exhausting system for the CVD process. It is a milestone for Taiwan's equipment company to complete the pioneer project, showcasing capability to manufacturing, sale, maintaining and service high-end semiconductor equipment, all the while supporting industry with the increasing yield. So, lastly, in the plastic industry, Taiwan's FKI is the leading in broad mold machine and have the successful developed the new generation of the all electrical broad mold solution. The improved design also used an all electrical served motor system, reducing electricity need by 70%, increasing heat efficiency by 50%, and reducing CO2 emission by 150 tons, reducing its environmental impact in its life cycle. They are already marked the opportunity and the collaboration with the US and the South American supply chain. Okay, in this close remark, ICHI will continue to support the promotion of the smart machinery in Taiwan with these three promising strategies to support the digital and the smart transformation of how manufacturing is carried out. German has been an inspiration and a good friend for Industry 4.0 collaboration. With the current market dynamic seeing the wild change, more opportunity can be explored, such as the reinforced supply chain bilateral exchange. Each is always willing to find a new opportunity for technology collaboration. So, okay, thank you for your listening.
Thank you, General Director Rao. 所长，因为您有事情要离开，所以您不能参加我们的 panel discussion. Because you have a busy schedule, you cannot join us for the panel discussion. So I have one question from our audience, 司国一理事长, for you. May we ask you to stay for 1 minute or two?
Okay.
李尚请.
Please.
Okay, so everybody know that E3, particularly your institute, is the leading industrial research, national leading industrial research institute. So my question to you is, which area particularly you think that Taiwan and Germany can have more cooperation and learn from each other, particularly in small medium corporation, please?
Okay, like you mentioned, that ICHI is one of the leading institutes in Taiwan, which will help the industry to develop some of the advanced technology. And also one of the ICHI's goal is try to share the industry's burden and provide the technology and the human resource for developing to the smart manufacturing. Perhaps the Taiwan and Germany can have more discussion to find the bottleneck and the problem. Our respective the smart manufacturing phase 2, and whether on factory operation, personnel training, or even marketing analysis. And then we probably can see what kind of the smart manufacturing technology portfolio is of promising. And we also, each also have the larger picture with developing advanced industrial technology that can aim to add the industry in the future, such as the more advanced robotics and AI solution, and the ESG and the net zero carbon technology, electrical and the self-driving vehicle, and so on. And with the exchange and the collaboration with the German side, we hope to see technology gap are missing, and what different testing ground and environment we need. Hope the more and more collaboration can be done since from today.
Thank you so much for your wonderful answer. Ladies and gentlemen, our applause once again for ICHI. 谢谢饶所长. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, and now we're moving on to our case studies. Just now we had 2 MOUs signed between Taiwan companies and German companies, and now we will have 3 successful case studies between Taiwan companies and German companies. First round of case study, please welcome from Aegis Taiwan, Director Gordon Lai. General Manager, Senior Special Assistant of Gallant Precision Machinery has called ill, yes. So you will be sharing on their behalf as well. Aegis plus GPM.
Yes. Okay.
Our applause.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, German Trade Office and Tyra for having this event. I'm Gordon Lai from Aegis Taiwan. Unfortunately, because COVID infection, the YCD, the General Manager's Senior Special Assistant from GPM cannot join us today. So first of all, I would like to briefly introduce the company Aegis. Aegis was established in 1964, and this is our founder. He founded this company in his double garage. He told his customer, please give me your worst problem and I will solve it. And on the screen, you can see our very first product. It's an injection molded part used on textile machinery. After almost 60 years, now Aegis has 2 main business units. One is called the chain, and the other one is dry tech, the lubrication-free bearings. And on the screen, you can see the overview of IGUS product. The energy train is used in the motion application to protect and guide cables. And the other one, the train flex cables are special designed cables. It's designed to be used in very demanding application like very high speed or very small installation space. And lubrication-free bearings, we offer different types of lubrication-free bearings like slip bearings or pillow block bearings or dry linear systems. In Taiwan, the IGUS energy train systems are widely used in machine tool industrial, flat panel display industrial, or semiconductor industrial. And the biggest customer for IGUS lubrication-free bearings in Taiwan is the bicycle industrial. And it's in Germany, it's the automotive industrial. So if you are having a German car, the possibility of having IGUS bearing inside is very high. This is our test lab. Since about 40 years ago, we test all of our products in this 3,800 square meter test lab. We test all of our products according to real applications with different speed, with different acceleration, with different feeding weights. We also test all of our products in different environments like very low temperature or high humidity, or we also test it in clean room because nowadays cleanness of products is very important for customers. Because of this test, we gather a lot of products information and we build up a database. This database is the key foundation of our IGUS Smart Plastics product. This is our factory overview. It's in Cologne, and all over the world we have like around 4,000 employees, and about 50% are in Germany. Okay, these two slides are from GPM, but YC is not here, and I cannot speak for him, so I will just skip it. And I will talk about the IGUS smart machinery now. The first IGUS smart machinery product is called PPDS. It's a push-pull force detection system. IGUS developed these products because of the port industry. IGUS energy trains and the train flex cables are used on these giant ship-to-shore S cranes to provide power, the energy, and also the data for these cranes. If these cranes cannot finish their job to load and unload all the containers, when the container ship is in the port, the shipping company will have big problems. They will have big loss, but like what we see last year. Therefore, the reliability of the energy train system is very important. The maintenance team needs to know if there's anything happens very quickly. When the energy train moves, it requests a push and also the pull force. So if there's an obstacle in the energy train area, the push and pull force will increase. And when the force increases to a certain preset value, the PPDS will stop the energy train system immediately to prevent from further damage. In 2016, IGUS added the predictive maintenance product to its product line. And together with the condition monitoring, we now rename it the IGUS Smart Plastics. One is iSense and also IC. CFD is another IGUS condition monitoring product, and we use this on data cable and mainly the Ethernet cables. We measure the transmission quality, the packets lost. At the beginning, when the cable is new, there should be no packets lost. And after a period of time, if the CFD finds there's a minor packets lost, CFD will send a signal to the user. The user can start to prepare for the new cable. And if the packets lost gets worse, the CFD will again inform the customer. The customer can have their cable changed. It's very easy. Then I will talk about the predictive maintenance. I want to share one of my own experience. I think about 20 years ago, I got my first car. And I was told to please change the oil every 5,000 kilometers. And I followed the schedule and the car was fine and I was happy. Years later, I got my second car. This time I was told to change the oil every 10,000 kilometers. I also followed the schedule and the car was okay and I was also happy. I think about 3 years ago, I got my current car. And this time I was told to change the oil every 15,000 kilometers. And I was like, what? Why is there such a big difference? It's 3 times longer. And it makes me wonder, is it really necessary to change the oil every 5,000 kilometers? Or is it really necessary to change the oil every 15,000 kilometers? According to a survey done by production.eu, predictive maintenance can save up to 30% of maintenance cost and 70% from machine downtime. But most of the time, we are still doing the maintenance according to a schedule, not the real need. Why? Because every application is unique. Every application is different. And so it makes predictive maintenance very difficult. iGUS IC is the product to solve this problem. We put a motion sensor on the energy chain. This motion sensor will collect all the application information, and then we will create an application profile. IC software will take this profile, compare with our database. Then IC software is able to make a precise maintenance schedule according to a real schedule, according to a real application. The customer can see it on this dashboard. So now we have all our products available with both iSense and IC, the condition monitoring and also the predictive maintenance. We can do it with our energy chain flex cables or bearings or linear guideways. Okay. The cooperation between iGUS and GPM is the condition monitoring product ECB. This application is installed on a flat panel display manufacturer. iGUS energy train is used to power the material handling, like material handling crane. But this energy train is installed inside of the machine. Normally, the maintenance team cannot see it very easily. Therefore, if there's a problem happens, they cannot know there's a problem until the machine is done. So together with GPM installed this ECB, the energy chain breakage detection system on the energy chain. If there's a problem happens, the ECB will just send a signal to the PLC. The PLC will just shut down the machine. So the maintenance team can just change only maybe probably 1 or 2 links of energy chain instead of the entire energy chain or plus the cables inside. Okay, and that's pretty much what I want to say today because the rest slides are from GPM. So, okay, so the Q&A session now or later? Later. Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much to iGUS Taiwan, Director Gordon Lai. Yes, the panel discussion, that's the time we'll talk about most of the Q&A. Because Mr. Rao has something, so he has to leave early. That's right, we have a question for him before he left. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a short break for 10 minutes, and for our YouTube viewers, we're now going to play for you on YouTube, live streaming all the company profiles that are participating in our 7th Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Forum. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Today is an incredible day. The industrial world is in the midst of transformation. And never before has the pace of innovation moved so rapidly. The digital future of industry is no longer some far-flung promise. Today. Today's products are becoming smarter, more personalized. They're becoming intricate systems of systems, challenging you to harness layers of complexity and data, blurring the boundaries between physical and digital domains, and comprehensive digital twins that represent and validate what is possible are not optional. they're required because they allow you to find new levels of efficiency and performance that are hardly imaginable. New insights, new opportunities, new levels of automation at every point of the value chain. This value chain, this digital enterprise is where engineering meets tomorrow. It's where manufacturing meets tomorrow. It's where electronic design meets tomorrow. These aren't the promises of tomorrow. With Siemens Digital Industry Software, they're the opportunities of today. Siemens Digital Industry Software, where today meets tomorrow.
As technology advances, the process of manufacturing is becoming more automated than ever. With cobots highly involved in production, they're in close contact with their human counterparts in a more complex workplace. To protect personnel and environment, functional safety of cobots has come into light. Conventional cobot safety systems are built by adding safety controllers to existing robot systems. Any unit in the system is required to meet functional safety regulations. From a single component to the entire system, detailed and strict qualifications are to be adhered to. Getting your project certified is no easy task and time-consuming at the same time. Now, Next Cobot gives you a better choice for your functional safety needs. SCB-100 is a cobot controller fully certified for functional safety to help robot builders create a safety system faster and easier. There are 3 benefits you can get from SCB-100. First, it's fully compliant to IEC 61508 Functional Safety Standard. Powered by Intel Atom X6427FE, a completely IEC 61508 certified processor, SCB-100 offers board-level SIL2 functional safety. The built-in Intel Safety Island technology integrates hardware and software security. It doubles the protection by constantly monitoring processors' functions and status. Compared to conventional safety controller solution, SCB-100 saves the hassles of installing extra safety control devices. 12 to 18 months of project development time and effort can be saved, as you can develop robot control system and safety system together with SCB-100. Second, the support of FSOE communication. Through FSOE, a communication protocol suited for safety use, SCB-100 can connect and communicate with safety devices easily, making the cobot system more reliable, safe, and efficient. Third, the support of real-time operation systems. It is crucial to prevent process time lag in robotic control systems. SCB-100 supports real-time operation systems, so that the delay between execution and response is kept at a minimal, making the robot system robust. Besides SCB-100, Next Cobot will present the new RoboSafe series soon. RoboSafe is a comprehensive line of functional safety certified products, ranging from Safety I/O, safety software, all the way to Safety TP. This all-around approach for safety can be the best safety solution for your robot systems. SCB-100 provides all necessary specifications for robot control and functional safety, making it the best solution for your cobot systems.
As promised, we will be sharing successful case studies between Taiwan companies and German companies so that we can learn from their successful case studies to further our cooperation between Taiwan and Germany so that more companies between Taiwan and Germany will start cooperation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that said, please welcome Managing Director of Beckhoff, Mr. Felix Ong, who joins us every year, and the Vice President of Xieyi Machinery, Mr. Stephen Lee, to share with us their successful cooperation, their successful experience. Our applause. Please be seated on stage. And each will be sharing a short presentation, PPT, about their company, and then talk about their cooperation. Please go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Ong, 掌声掌声, Managing Director of Beckhoff.
Chairman Si, Mr. Lindbergh, honorable dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's been a pleasure to be here with our valued customer partner, Xieyi Machinery, to be on stage and which we have just signed our MOU previously. And it's always been a pleasure for us to share with you how Beckhoff is doing in Taiwan. As usual, I would like to have a quick introduction about our company for the benefit of those who are new to Beckhoff. Beckhoff is a 42-year-old company. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, we just celebrated our 42nd anniversary in Germany. Currently, we have more than 5,000 employees and around 40% of our colleagues are engineers. This shows that we are a technology-driven company. Beckhoff has presence in 75 countries, in which 40 countries we have our own subsidiaries, which includes Taiwan. Beckhoff business have been growing steadily over the last 20 years with an average growth of 14%. And last year, we had exceptional growth with a growth of more than 25%, which led us to break the 1 billion euros for the first time. Beckhoff is a pioneer in PC-based control automation. In contrast to the PLC system, there are a lot more we can do within a controller. For example, you can have PLC operation, motion control, CNC, HMI, everything in one hardware. Beckhoff has a real-time operating system technology coupled with our state-of-the-art EtherCAT field bus. We can achieve PLC cycles in microseconds that allow us to handle many highly complex applications that requires high speed and high precision. EtherCAT is not just one of the fastest field bus in the market, it is also extremely open. You can see that we can literally integrate with most of the field buses in the market, including ProfitNet, Ethernet IP, and so on. And today, there are already more than 6,000 EtherCAT members in the world, which means that you can have plenty of choices on the master and slave devices to choose from instead of being restricted to just a few. This is extremely important during this period when everyone is facing long delivery lead time. And on the control side, our TwinCAT automation software is extremely robust and user-friendly. Our customers can use many types of programming languages to program their machines, including C++, MATLAB Simulink, and so on. And our controllers are also Industry 4.0 ready. You can use the built-in OPC UA to connect your machines to the cloud directly without going through a smart machine box. And also, our preventive maintenance features are also available in our controller. Here I'd like to share with you some of the highlights that we have launched recently. The first one is our XTS system. I'm sure most of you are familiar with XTS because we have had a lot of applications across the industries. At the end of last year, we have launched a new variant called the NCT. which is a device that can be mounted on the passive mover to carry power and communication without cables attaching to it. With NCT, there are a lot more we can do with the mover. For example, by installing a suction or a gripper to do a more complex motion control. XTS have helped a lot of our customers to increase their productivity and to reduce the machine footprint. The next highlight I'd like to share is the MX system. Guys, this will blow your mind. With MX system, we want to take away the control cabinet. Yes, you did not hear me wrongly. We want to take away the control cabinet that has been used for decades. With MX system, all the components in the control cabinet are completed in a small block, which includes the controller, power in feed, drives, I/O, relays, and so on. You know what? Cabinet building that used to require days to complete can now be done in an hour. The next highlight I'd like to share is the Atro. Yes, Beckhoff is coming out with industrial robot. The Atro is not just an industrial robot, it is a highly flexible and modular robot. You can literally assemble Atro by hands. And the modules are auto-scanned and configured upon powering up. The joints and arms come with different shapes and sizes. We'll be launching mainly 3 types of payload. Since there's no cables attaching to it, it can do unlimited rotation. It is so flexible that you can configure it to be a 3-axis, 4-axis, or a 7-axis robot. Since the joints are interchangeable, you can have a better inventory control, and any faulty joints can be replaced without removing the whole robot. Most importantly, the robot control can be integrated in our IPC, which means there'll be no more bulky robot controller. Beckhoff has been widely successful in all kinds of applications, including metal, plastic, packaging, semicon, pharmaceutical, and so on. But of course, today we want to focus more on the metal forming industry in light of our cooperation with CAE. Beckhoff has been very proud to partner with CAE Machinery because CAE is a leading press and stamping machine, not just in Taiwan, but also globally. To know more about CAE, I would like to introduce Stephen Lee, who is the Vice President of CAE Machinery. He will share with you how CAE differentiates with other players in the same industry. And he will also share about applications, especially in the EV industry. Let's put our hands together to welcome Stephen.
Thank you, Felix, and thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stephen. Thank you. And I would like to introduce you a little bit regarding to CAE. Today's topic will cover a little bit on company profile, and second will be EV development versus metal forming, and then how we utilize PC-based solution from Beckhoff to achieve this goal. Here comes the company highlight. We are from 1962, so we are celebrating 60 years anniversary this year. So we carry 2 factories, one in Taiwan and another one in China, public company, and then carry about 700 plus employees worldwide, which includes several offices in different continental, and distribute and service more than 50 countries. So 60% of our business actually coming from automotive industry, including very well-known and first-tier automotive company like Daimler, like GM, Ford, Tesla, etc. And we still remain 20% from home and industrial appliances customers, and 20% from consumer electronics too. So speaking of how smart production solve problems, we have to understand why customers are so focused on it. Because first of all, the machine status monitoring is able to help our customers to understand the status of the machines. And then the stamping process monitoring is about to understand how we can optimize the efficiency of the productivity. And then the calculation of energy consumption is really to the goal to carbon emission reduction. So here is one of the example of the pictures to show you that informative visualization and production statistics. We may customize from one to one, but the goal is very similar to help customers to do any arrangement and pre-programming in advance. So here comes a very basic highlight for the PC-based smart stamping solution. How does it work? Basically, it's separated into two parts. The first part will be production monitoring. The second part will be machine monitoring. This is a basic level, but because of different demand from customers, we may customize for all of them to enhance, to be very highly integrated and very highly complicated solution. So the goal is to help customers to be eco-friendly. We are not only producing better to reducing the cost, but also need to generate less of the pollution by doing the carbon emission reduction. And also, it need to be precise, it need to be intelligent, user-friendly, and most important thing is it must be reliable to all of the customers. So how can we achieve that? Since 20 years ago, SAE started to develop our own servo solution technologies, including servo motors, controller systems, and all the battery leveling system, etc. All of the words are helping our customer to engage with all of the challenges. So today, the direct drive transmission is generating the maximum torque by using the least power. And then the precision is almost to the top-notch level to the world. And if you can look at the picture very clearly, actually it is fan cooling to cool down the system that enable our customer to eliminate the double construction of costs by setting up the water tower, etc. So the various stamping curve also provide a limited possibility for customer to customize their motion curve in order to meet the challenges in very complicated metal stamping in multiple steps. So it's also user-friendly. We can help the engineers to learn and to utilize and get into very familiar with very quickly. So here is another amazing selling point for SAE system, which is on the very power saving and power leveling solution. We basically charge back all the power when it's running redundant or non-working hour back to the battery. By slow down the motor or breaking the motor, we keep charging back the battery. That's amazing. This is how we can save cost of power bill and reduce the carbon emission. One of the example is from our customer. This is the 1,200 tons servo machine we install in US, and customer calculate this number to us. It shows that in the past, they consume almost $174,000 yearly for the power bill. But now, after they're using our servo presses, it's only generate 25% of the power bill compared to other. In other words, they save 75% of the power cost. So the SAE servo control system is also another very good feature from us. It's not only powerful, it's not only user-friendly, but also it helps us to save a lot of power and battery during the motor running. And it provides us with best of the feature to give customer enough space to handle all the complicated metal stamping. This is one of the examples that we have the powerful computing system to realize complicated control. And in the past, we are using PLC. But after we found out a good partner from Beckhoff, we changed our mind to be PC-based. This is differences between traditional PLC and IPC. You can find out we get a bigger screen, we get more setup, and we get more possibilities in different features, and we get rid of repetitive tonnage monitor and stemming curve preview. Thanks to the highly integration and automation system, it's become smarter and even stronger. So it also provides a lot of various standard interface like Modbus, Ethernet, EtherCAT, Profinet, etc., and support all of the very well-known database. So if I can make sure that we are very proud to bring Beckhoff to be one of the most important partner to come up with this achievement to make SAI's product from good to better, and we are together to shoot for the best of the world. This is about my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Beckhoff and Xie together will shoot for the best of the world. Now, to share with us with the talk between our two participants of your wonderful cooperation, please.
So probably I can ask two questions on behalf of all of our customers or partners. First of all, Beckhoff is a leading brand from Germany and very well known in the worldwide too. How can you leverage your experience in automation or total solution in helping industrial customers to connect to the future?
Okay, thanks for the question. I think Beckhoff, as you know, is a global company, so I believe this question is more for helping the Taiwanese SME to enter the European market, because we know that Taiwan market is pretty limited. So for the machine builders of Taiwan, if you want to be successful, you have to enter the European and the US market. So being competitive requires a really competitive system, not just on the functionality, but also on the cost. So based on my presentation, I believe that most of you know that we are providing advanced solutions on the control with very high very short cycle time with, that is able to achieve high complexity applications. And what I want to emphasize is on the cost reduction. In fact, even though Beckhoff products is made in Germany, but we have helped many of our customers to reduce the overall cost when you can reduce the number of hardware, the space, the cabling, and also when your system is highly reliable. On top of that, we have very easy remote access that could allow our customers to save lots of effort when it comes to maintaining the system. So I believe all these features will help the customers in Taiwan, especially the machine builders, to enter the European and US market. And of course, as you know, we have presence in 75 countries. It's always been our philosophy to provide good local support to our customers, whether regardless whether machines is made in that country. So for example, if CAE machines is exported to the US, and if you need any support over at the US, we can easily send our colleagues from Beckhoff US to attend to your customers. So we want to make sure that our machine builder customers are well taken care of. That's pretty much what I could answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Another question will be, we understand that Beckhoff owns a lot of technology and a good experience by working with good partners. How can you share this kind of good experience and total solution to other customers that potentially can help them to solve the current problem?
Well, basically, we have a group of very competitive engineers and system consultants. So our engineers are there to help our customers to understand their needs, their requirements, and what are their pain points in the applications. So by having lots of technical discussions with our customers, we could help them to see where they could improve their machines and how they could move their competitiveness to the next level. So we conduct a monthly workshop. We have lots of technical forums, and we have our technical support helpline to enable our customers to know better about what Beckhoff could do and how Beckhoff could help them to solve their problems or to improve their competitiveness.
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you. So now back to me asking Stephen 2 questions. The first question, we know that CAE is really a leading press and stamping machine builder in Taiwan. So I'm curious, what's your main differentiation against your competitors or against other machine builders that are in the same industry? What's the main essence, the main differentiation with the rest of the players?
Thank you, Felix. I think CAE is a medium-sized company, and we have only one mission, which is to design and build the best product to our customers. So that's why we keep developing in new technology, especially like servo technology. We start from 20 years ago. And the goal is to give the customer not only the best of the productivity, but also provide the cleanness and the energy saving and the user-friendly interface, etc., to all the customers. At the end, we want to help the customers to know, to utilize, and to enjoy and entertain the technology during the learning process and the development. So I think the key is how we can help our customer. When we help the customize their demand to meet their challenges, we will always be there. We understand customers, and we help them. Customers like us, they have very good satisfaction. That is how we can differentiate ourselves from this very competitive world to other competitors. Thank you.
Thank you. The second question is somewhat related to what you asked me. I believe a lot of Taiwanese machine builders, they would like to know as well how CAE is able to go out of Taiwan to have so much success in the European and the US market. What was your secret?
Well, CAE has been invested a lot since a few decades ago. And I think the commitment to the customer is that we want to stay with customer seamlessly. So we develop a technology to incorporate all the solutions to meet customers' challenges. We understand their suffer and challenges from the application and the market. So we try to do whatever we can to help them to conquer those challenges by developing new technologies. That's why CAE is not only establishing sales network worldwide in US, Europe, China, South Asia, etc. But we also bring all the technology center to different regions and service center to multiple places. So wherever our customers go, we go. This is how we can give the customer the best commitment to stay with them and give them the in-time support. And their demand will never stop. Their challenges is continuing growing. And so that's the only way we can do is to keep investment, stay with customer, talk to them, understand them, and help them to solve the problem and be with them all the time. That's how we can stand clear and positive position in US, Europe, Japan, etc., the most competitive markets. And I think this is the commitment from CAE. Thank you.
Thanks for the answer. So we should hand our mic back to the MC, I guess.
Thank you very much for this wonderful sharing. Yes, a handshake, a photo call. Thank you. A wonderful case study. And so there will be more companies cooperating with Beckhoff and more companies cooperating with CAE. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 chairs should remain on stage for our 2 next speakers. Another wonderful cooperation between Taiwan and German companies. Please welcome next Cobalt General Manager Jenny Shen and founder and CEO of Synapticon GmbH, Mr. Nikolai Enslin. With our applause. Please share with us your wonderful cooperation.
Chairman Si, Mr. Lindberg, honorable guests, good afternoon. So I'm Jenny from Xcobot, and today I'd like to introduce to you our partner, Nick from Synapticon, who flew in all the way from Germany, by the way. So Nick, it's a pleasure having you, and thank you for flying in 15 hours to Taiwan. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Jenny. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, so today I'd like to start, firstly, by introducing to you Nextcobot. So there's a Chinese saying that says it takes 10 years to sharpen a sword. 10年磨一剑. Okay, so Nextcobot actually started our development of our own EtherCAT master software and controllers back in 2012 within the Nextcom group. And then we also created our own motion control software for general robotic control. Actually, our concept is to bring in an open platform to our customers so that we can enable our customers to be able to build their robots easily, whether it's 6-axis or 7-axis articulated robots, collaborative robots, or even AMRs, autonomous mobile robots. And as the human and robot collaboration becomes more frequent, I think functional safety has become a critical topic. So we've also built a robotic functional safety solution, what we call the RobotSafe. So integrating the safety controller and also the safety joint design. And this is mainly to be able to help the collaborative and autonomous mobile robot manufacturers to be able to quickly bring up their safety robot solution. And Nick, I know that this is also the 10th year anniversary for Synapticon.
Exactly.
Right?
I wanted to say that. It was a great phrase. I didn't know this before, actually, but Synapticon just got 10 years old. So
that's wonderful. Yeah, tell us about Synapticon.
So I'll tell about our sword here. That just got sharp, as I learned. Synapticon is leading a category that we call integrated motion. So we're leveraging digital technology at the point of motion and gain significant improvements in terms of performance, efficiency, and the efforts that go into manufacturing and engineering of motion axis, and therefore also reduce cost. Our system on chip, the Somanet system on chip, and the correlated Somanet software stack, they solve with algorithms issues that are present in motion axis on a physical level, like unwanted physical effects in gearboxes and motors and sensors, and the electromechanic characteristics of these products when it comes to manufacturing. So our technology relocates value creation from the mechanical manufacturing of these components to software and electronics. So where you needed to make a more precise gearbox in the past with a manufacturing effort, our software algorithms help a more cheaply produced gearbox, for example, to reach great performance and quality and reliability. That's a whole chapter that I could talk a while about because it's super exciting. But what are we actually doing in terms of the products? So our unique Somanet electronic units that our customers use to create automation components such as smart actuators and integrated servo motors, but especially also robotic arms and mobile robots. So they use our electronic units to build better products in a quicker time. These products, they essentially miniaturize and integrate 3 to 7 usually discrete components from all different kinds of manufacturers, sensors, the drive, position sensors, the brake control, and safety features most and foremost. All our products are completely safety certified, and that's basically the topic that our collaboration with Nextcom is about.
That's right. Yeah. So actually, about a month ago, Nick, I saw on the news, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a 7-year-old boy that was playing chess against a robot. And actually, he got his finger broken by the robot because he was moving that chess piece too fast. So this actually brings us to the topic of robot safety. So how important is robot safety, Nick?
Yeah, so this is a great example. I think the whole world was watching this example. So what happened there, actually, a robot was used that was not safe for human interaction. So this robot was supposed to be put behind cages so that whenever a human comes close to the robot, that the robot is disengaged or at least slow down. So different levels of technology of safety here. And this was not present. So these guys of the chess event, they used the robot not adequately. Jenny, you might have, or you might recall the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise. With Tom Cruise, exactly. And I think this movie had a very impressive scene in it that also visualizes quite well why robot safety is important.
Exactly.
Yeah, the sound is probably a bit low, but it's not important. There is no dialogue. A pure action scene. So humans can be also dangerous to each other, as we know, but robots even more. Sneak peek, nobody will be hurt.
So
don't
did
be
he
scared.
escape in the end?
Nobody will be hurt. But just because of a lot of luck. This clip is also interesting because it shows a dark factory without any humans, so only robots working there. One minute to build a car is also not bad, right? Luckily, Tom Cruise is alive because it's Hollywood. Yeah, so no, and he even drives away with the car, and the chase continues after that. So, as we could see based on this movie clip, robots can be dangerous if they're not built for human-robot collaboration. And like your example of the boy on the chess field. So in robotics, and particularly when looking at the safety of robotics, basically three levels are distinguished. The coexistence, basically being nearby robots, and the close collaboration. And different levels of safety technology can be used. Basically, the situation that robots are working close with humans or the other way around is becoming more and more frequent. And therefore, advanced safety that is not basically putting the robots behind cages, as we can see here in on the left side, become more and more important, and that demands for advanced safety technology. But this use case, or these use cases, are not the only reason. It's also that it's basically the responsibility and the liability of the factory operator to make sure that no accidents can happen. If the robots themselves do not provide for adequate safety technology, then it's up to them to make sure on a system level that everything is safe. And that means that they need to work usually and make themselves dependent on specialized system integrators and a lot of additional equipment that is purely there to provide for certified functional safety. This equipment is expensive and effortful to be built up, besides the challenging problems that the manufacturing itself is basically rendering. And yeah, in addition to this, also much more agile production scenarios are demanded from factory operators. We are in the idea of Industry 4.0, we're basically thinking about this one-piece series production, individualization of products, factories that can produce all different kinds of products that can be quickly changed more quickly changing models of products to be produced, demanding for much more agile schemes in the factory. So you don't have the time as a factory operator to spend a lot of weeks and months of setting up a new production line. And that basically makes it completely overwhelming to deal with separate safety technology to be put on top of, as I said, the technology that makes sure that the products are produced. Yeah, and this leads to that certified functional safety becomes obligatory, not just by the legal requirements, but also by the end users, the factory operators that buy automation equipment, that buy machines. They have this demand that automation components are following the functional safety norms that are also elaborating in this ecosystem. And eventually, functional safety is becoming integrated into every component. And that's basically what we're standing for at Synapticon and what our collaboration is all about.
Yeah, so you just saw how important functional safety is. And NextCobot actually started working on and co-developing our functional safety solution more than 2 years ago with our partners. So first we started with Intel. So we leveraged Intel's X6000E Atom processor that's also TÜV certified. And we also developed, based on their Intel's safety package and also Intel Safety Island. And at the same time, actually, we found out about an A+ Industrial Innovative R&D program. That's an international collaboration program hosted by the Ministry of Economic Affairs of Taiwan. And we felt that Synapticon would be the perfect fit to collaborate with us on this program together. Because
and thanks again for inviting us to that.
Yeah.
It was your initiative.
Actually, you were working on your safety servo drive integrated solution then. NextCobot on our safety controller solution. So we were basically complementary to each other's solutions. And so I still remember, I think it was back in 2019 when I went to SPS show and I asked Nick if he would be interested in collaborating with us on this program.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So at Synapticon, we've been working on a safe motion solution already for 6 years. So safety, functional safety is an intensive development, a very investment-intensive development. And all our products since 2019 are safety certified for basic safety. That means safe torque off, safe brake control with discrete signals. Now, what we were then newly adding, and here the potential R&D collaboration for a full robot safety system with NextCobot came right at the best time to make such a decision and join forces, was when we decided to add advanced safe motion technology and safe field bus technology to our products. This is basically the foundation for future robot safety when it comes to safe human-robot interaction. So the features that I mentioned before, they're basically to safely disengage a robot so that it cannot harm anyone after there is a safety event like hitting an emergency off or someone basically crossing an invisible curtain with infrared light to just stop it. Modern production requires adaptive speed limiting and safe speed limiting. It requires to safely basically reduce the envelope of a robot in which it can operate. It also, when looking at the collaboration with robots, it requires the safe limitation of the torque and of each joint and the effective force that the robotic manipulator has. Because otherwise it could hurt a human. So it all comes down to limiting the robot in speed, in space, and in force safely. And that's what we're taking care on a joint level. And that NextCobot is taking care on a multi-axis control level.
That's right.
And that needs to work together. And then in addition, we found that our long-term partner Fraunhofer in a certain department in Chemnitz is working on the safe surveillance of robot operating spaces. So in order to make sure, basically to know what is that space that I want the robot to operate in or to detect if there are humans close to the robot or not, in order to optimize the motion speeds, because we want to optimize basically the frequency in which the robot operates and basically does an operation. But when humans are close, we want to slow down and activate safety features. Because otherwise the robots would be slow all the time, which would be too limited, or would have a static envelope all the time. And that's what Fraunhofer is working on, to safely monitor the environment of the robot, to make the safety functions adaptive and increase productivity of safe robots.
And I think the outcome of our collaboration, of course, is to build a modular safety control system. So basically, we'd like to offer to robot manufacturers, to machine OEMs, or even to the factory operators, either a total integrated motion safety control solution. So this includes the safety robot controller, the safety I/O, the safety software, and the safety robot joint. And here, the safety robot joint, of course, is powered by Synapticon's safety servo drive. Yeah. And of course, we can also offer modular products, right?
Yeah,
and,
basically it needs to be said that this resulting system is very unique in the world today. There are few robot manufacturers that over several decades developed comparably safety technology for the traditional robots, and now are facing the challenge to do this for the collaborative robots, for safe human interaction, as said. And there are a lot of new robotic companies that start from scratch developing robots, and there is no product offering that they can access in order to accelerate their development. And yeah, this is what our collaboration will bring, a complete setup for full safe robot operation in collaboration, certified to the highest standard, which is SIL 3 PLE, within industry, the highest class of safety certification, so that any factory owner, any factory operator can basically sleep calmly at night, even that humans and robots are working very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when there are some action scenes that are probably happening, which the factory operator probably doesn't want to see, even then these people will be safe.
That's right. And so last but not the least, what are the benefits that we can offer to the users? Of course, this is our, let's say, the first PC-based safety robot controller that is certified according to the international robot standards and the function safety standards, as Nick just mentioned. So actually we are saving cost and we are saving development time for the robot manufacturers. So cost savings can reach up to $500,000 just for the certification itself, and we can save around 12 to 24 months of development time, because everything is integrated, the FSOE protocol is integrated, the safety library is already built in, right?
Yeah, and you definitely do not exaggerate. So functional safety developments, they easily take 3 to 5 years actually. So this is more like a best case scenario that the robot manufacturer makes it through a new certification within 2 years.
Yeah. So I think this wraps up our presentation. And I hope you've enjoyed our session. Maybe we'll get questions from Mr. Shi and also Mr. Lindberg later on. But please feel free to come to us if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much to Synapticon GmbH and Next Cobot for the sharing of modular safety control system for our next generation of human-robot collaboration. Hopefully not the same as in movie scenarios. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on, we will have a panel discussion, a wonderful panel discussion with many wonderful guests as our panelists, and we will have two moderators. Okay. So just a short review. Today we had an MOU signing ceremony between our two companies, Beckhoff and Xieyi. And we have another MOU signing between Xinghan Jituan, which belongs to Next Cobot, Chongbo, and Synapticon. So, 2 MOU signed today. That was a wonderful accomplishment between Taiwan and Germany. And we had many wonderful guests addressing the issue of future cooperation and collaboration between Taiwan and Germany. And we had heard many successful case studies between Taiwan companies and German companies, including first that of Aegis Taiwan and Gallant Precision. talking about sharing in the area of Industry 4.0, smart manufacturing, and IGUS smart plastics. And we also had a case study of Taiwan company and German company, that of Beckhoff Automation and Xieyi Machinery, in the area of sharing high PC-based solutions, reaching high-performance pressing production lines for EV electrical vehicles. So these are the trend that is moving. We know what trend is moving. Global supply chain is restructuring, like it or not. So Taiwan and German companies must cooperate in order to grasp more opportunities in this global market of global supply chain restructuring. Our staff is setting up the chairs right now for our panel discussion of the 7th Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Forum. We will have two moderators. They are Mr. Lindberg and Chairman Si. Chairman Si is already on stage, so may we have Mr. Lindberg also to be on stage. With our applause, 热烈掌声欢迎 our two moderators, Mr. Axel Lindberg, Executive Director of GTO, and Chairman Si Guoyi 理事长 from Tyrod. And now, welcoming our panelists. First, let us welcome Vice President of Siemens Taiwan and General Manager of Siemens Digital Industries Taiwan, Mr. Adi Ramkrishna. Thank you, sir. Please join us on stage. Felix Song, Managing Director of Beckhoff Automation, Stephen Lee, Vice President of Xieyi, and Gordon Lai, Director of IGUS. And once again, on stage, in such a short while, we have, again, from Synapticon, Founder and CEO, Mr. Nikolai Eslin, and last but not least, General Manager, Next Cobot, Jenny Shern. Up on stage again. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and let's get started. Yes. Face mask off for the while. 理事长请。
So, thank you. So, Mr. Lindberg, should I start or you? Okay. So, for my part, I'm very interested, particularly smart manufacturing in small, medium company here in Taiwan, particularly the introduction of smart manufacturing technology. So, in this section, I will ask several industry experts here on the stage the question regarding their share with their success story. Okay, thank you. So
I think, thank you very much for the introduction. Let's start with the panel. I think we have learned a lot about the digital transformation of our industries, that it's a very complex process. So I'd like to learn more about, and I'd like to raise the first question to Adi from Siemens. Siemens is a trusted technology partner of the industry, and Siemens Digital Industries Taiwan has cooperated with many companies here from any size and let's say relevance. What is the most critical challenge for industrial digital transformation from your point of view to make it happen here in Taiwan?
Thanks a lot, Axel. Yeah, I mean, Siemens is really cooperating with companies of various sizes, right? I mean, smaller enterprises, large enterprises in various verticals, with machinery builders and also with end users. I mean, especially here today, we are the Smart Manufacturing Forum for Machinery, and especially the Taiwanese machine builders are really strong in exporting. So almost 80% of machines, especially in the machine tool side, for example, gets exported. And it is true also for other machine builders. And here, one major challenge currently worldwide is that the end customers, where the machine builders are exporting their machines to, want their machines increasingly personalized. And this is a space where the Taiwanese machine builders then have to be extremely flexible. And here then we come in then with our concept around the digital enterprise, where we are helping the machine builders develop their machines, first of all, in the virtual world, and only then go to the real world. What are the advantages of that? So in the first step, when the machine builders are then speaking to their end users, for example, in Germany, they are able to already send a first prototype in the virtual world. This, of course, is minimizing costs, of course. So more than 50% of costs can be minimized because no prototypes are needed. It's all done virtually. And feedbacks can also be then done very quickly and modifications can be made. Also, energy costs are massively reducing. Up to 40% of energy costs can be saved in a perfectly optimized system. Not only this, after the machine is then delivered to the end user side, feedback comes back to the machine builder. With that, when the next machine is being built, he's able to perfectly use that feedback and go for a further optimized machine. Not only that, I mean, also the machine builder's factory site itself. Even here, we are able to help them to optimize their complete production. Also topics like connectivity. I mean, topics like 5G and Wi-Fi 6. In the factory of the future, there are going to be hundreds of devices which are going to be connected. And especially here with our new Wi-Fi 6 solutions, we enable a fast connectivity between devices. And all of this without compromising on cybersecurity. It's a massive topic right now, which all companies have to pay attention to. And here we at Siemens are using the well-known defense in depth approach, in which we are really having a 3-layered approach right from the plant to the system, right into the network, and making sure that all data transmissions and the products and the factory is absolutely secure. So with that, we as Siemens are going really hand in hand with the Taiwanese manufacturing space, be it small, be it medium, be it large, in order to better enable them to be successful in the global market.
Okay, thank you very much. One additional question. You have mentioned that your customers are looking for, let's say, individual solutions for their customers. And I think also this product or this approach you have described is also targeted or addressing all kinds of customers and is possible to, let's say, individualize it to the different sizes of companies, because we are addressing here in Taiwan also SMEs. And I would say the demands are different.
Absolutely, Axel. I mean, the demands of each and every company is different. However, at the end of the day, the key point of every customer is how do we then effectively use some of the data which they are generating in their manufacturing space. I mean, even be it a small customer, the key point is how do we help them get connected, get data from them, and with the help of our experts, and this is now really critical, right? I mean, we need also experts who are in that particular branch and helping them get the data out, analyze the data, and look at it together. I mean, just give you another example, right? I mean, just connecting data and just getting out and looking at it in a sort of SCADA environment is not helpful. What we need is then, together with the customer, to look at this, analyze it, and to know exactly what screws to turn around in order to make it then more effective. So that is why we have experts in different fields, especially then also in the general machine building industry, who are then helping our Taiwanese machine builders be more successful.
Okay, thank you very much, Adi.
Thanks, Axel.
Now I'd like to move forward to Nikolai from Synapticon. As I've learned just in our talk before this panel, you mentioned you as Synapticon, you're serving the big shots of the industry. You're working with the big tech giants in the US. So that's a different perspective. Siemens is serving, let's say, the small and mid-sized companies here. You as a smaller company are cooperating deeply with the big shots. And I would be very interested, because you mentioned during the presentation functional safety is a big topic. And I understand here in Taiwan, the industry is very experienced in electronics and semiconductor, and robotronics is a quite new business. So what challenges you are faced here, and in particular, what are the challenges in the area of functional safety to implement this here in Taiwan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to say that Synapticon is not only working with big tech, like a big search engine manufacturer in the US. So we're serving innovative startups as well as large enterprises in automation and in machinery and in robotics to develop their products faster and reach better products. But at Synapticon, we're digital natives. After our foundation, it happened that we got several early adopters in Silicon Valley. And as you know, Silicon Valley is a place that is determined by software and electronics, and not necessarily by machinery and hardware. I mean, electronic hardware, yes, but not mechanical hardware. These early adopters, they were all building robotic ideas based on, of course, digital technology, but what they were struggling with is to bring the software into the physical world, basically, by building a robot. So while there is a lot of expertise in software and in electronics, much more in software, by the way, not so much in electronics already, it needs to be said. In Silicon Valley, they unlearned this a little bit. They had big challenges with the mechatronics, actually, and this is where we came into play. So we basically learned and got trained to be the gateway between the virtual and the physical world. And what we're doing there, we're basically providing an electromechanical component that every robot builder needs. But that at the same time is extremely hard to be developed. On the other hand side, it only needs to work very reliably, and it does not necessarily distinguish our customers' products towards their customers. That's what they need to focus on, to develop a distinguishing product that creates value for their customers. This robot doesn't create value because it's got a great drive inside. The drive just needs to be reliable and safe in the future. And as we're doing this, we're basically investing for the robotics community into these big efforts and provide the expertise integrated into one component that is then available for the whole community of robotics. And why I was basically referring to our start in Silicon Valley, or with customers in Silicon Valley, why I was thinking of this is because in Taiwan there's a very similar, foundation. It is in semiconductors, and it's not as much in machinery as it is in semiconductors and electronics. And robotics is a comparably new topic for Taiwan as well. So while there have not been a lot of robot manufacturers in the past, now there is a lot of robotics being developed over here. So basically we're in the same situation again, and we're helping in the same way as we did and do in Silicon Valley.
Okay, thank you very much. I would say it's great, and for me completely new to learn about that. The digital world gets closer to the real world, and we see a really mixture in our future industries. I understand you quite started with Next Cobot here in the partnerships in Taiwan. Do you see a big difference between cooperating with Taiwanese companies and the big US tech giants?
It is, how to say, so in the US, these 8 of these early adopters that I was referring to were bought by Google, and we happen to work with Google ever since. Now, that's a pure software company. Now, here it's more about semiconductor, and I think the industry is much closer to robotics technologically when it comes to the mechatronics than the US is. So America is really software, and I would say Taiwan is electronics and semiconductors. And that makes it different, basically, but this increases the common ground with what we do. So here we are basically closer, and the gap that we need to bridge as Synapticon is smaller. So more, how to say, native collaborators, as we then also learned that we've got, brothers in crime being based here.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm moving forward to Stephen from CE Machinery. The last, or we had a completely different topic. You have been also very focused on carbon reduction, and carbon emission reduction is a wide focused topic nowadays. Could you share with us how can the solutions of CE help customers to meet these challenges, which are very important for the industry at the moment, and I would say becoming more and more important?
Thank you. I guess the carbon emission reduction has been one of the very hottest topic right now to all of the automotive OEMs. So in the past, they are very focused on how they can increase the productivity, cut off the cost, and to use less labor, etc. But now all of them are fully aware of the social responsibility that they may need to cut off all the unnecessary carbon emission as much as possible. And SAE is on the right position to help them. For example, we developed and successfully for the servo motor system, which are using the least power to generate the biggest torque. This is helping not only on the efficiency, but actually to reduce a lot of carbon emission. Secondly, we have developed a lot of very good feature and a very energy-saving power control system. One of the good features is that we really charge back all the redundant power in non-working hour back to the battery. This is to helping recycling, not losing any resources, especially battery and power, to reduce the carbon emission too. The next level will be the high integration and the smart production. It really enhances furtherly to help customers to reduce their downtime, to increase their stability of the production line. All of these features are really helping our customer to engage with their challenges that compared to their past production, they may save 30 to 50% of their production time, or their increase their productivity, and it save a lot of carbon emission. I think this is a commitment that SAE will continually work with our customers to give all our next generation a cleaner earth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One quick additional question. I think your customers are also SMEs, I would say. Is it difficult here to sell the carbon emission reduction, or is that a given issue and very important also for any kind of customers here in Taiwan?
Yes, it's a very good question, because our customer cross anywhere from entry level, middle level to a very high-end multinational level. I think we have different solutions from the very easy assessed one to a middle range or very highly integrated one. Then customer is not difficult to be educated with, but you have to show your commitment and the continual investment to work with them, to help them, and to teach them, guide them how to reach that goal. Eventually, anything can help our customers to make money and to do better job to fulfill the social responsibility. I think they will listen, and we were always there to support them, and they will always listen to us. So it's not a problem, and we have a lot of good examples how to work with them. And it's not only in Taiwan, but also across all the continents to Europe, Japan, and US, etc. So I think gradually we are guiding customer from entry level to mid-range towards high integration level, and that's work together to reduce the carbon emission together. And smart production will be implemented at the same time, and that's our common goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's great to see that, let's say, the smart machinery, smart production really contribute to different kinds and aspects, not only efficiency, commercial ones, but also to the carbon reduction target we have all. So I'd like to hand now over to my co-moderator, Mr. Su, to continue with the panel discussion here.
Yes, my next question is smart manufacturing introduction in the small medium company. My first question will go to Beckhoff, General Director, Mr. Ong. So I know that you have high-speed networking, high-performance controllers. So I'm just wondering, so can you share with your success story, particularly introduce your product, smart manufacturing for small, medium company here in Taiwan? And most important is, I just want to know what is the success factor, how you make it success. Can you share with me? Yes.
Thank you, Chairman Shi, for the interesting question. You mentioned about high-end or fast communication network, the importance of this communication for the SME. And I fully agree with you that, having a faster and faster speed is getting more and more important in manufacturing, because we know that we want to do more with less. So we have definitely many success cases in different verticals, but here I'd like to share an example of one of our customers called Xudong machinery. They are actually a OEM for the semicon, PCB, display industries in particular. So this machine that I would like to quote is a AOI machine, which is an optical inspection machine. Before adopting Beckhoff and EtherCAT, they were struggling with some of the issues. Firstly is definitely the speed. We know that when AOI machine is concerned, speed is paramount because machine vision takes up lots of CPU power and communication bandwidth. And also the other thing that they have been struggling is that in this AOI machine, they used to have many PCIe cards on the motherboard because you know, when there is lots of vision application, motion control, and communication interfaces, a conventional PC-based solutions will require lots of the PCIe cards. So these are the challenges that they have been facing. And when they got introduced to Beckhoff, they have used our system to achieve many benefits. The first one is, of course, the speed. As I've introduced during my presentation, we have this real-time operating system that we are really capable to shorten the cycle time to microseconds. So they are able to increase the speed of the machine tremendously and able to drastically improve the PPM of the machine. And secondly, it's about the replacing of the PCIe cards to software licenses. As you all know, that Beckhoff is a software automation software specialist. We are able to use software licenses to replace a lot of the hardware cards, communication interfaces, motion cards, and etc. So now with less cards, there will be less cabling, less space, and it will be easier to maintain the whole system. And also, thirdly, as you know, EtherCAT is a very open communication network. With EtherCAT, Shidong machinery is able to have more options on the slave devices like servo motors, stepper motors, and so on. So now they are less restricted by the number of slave devices that they can choose. And last but not least is the accessibility from the cloud. As a PC-based controller, it's very easy for us to connect the machines to the cloud to achieve all the big data, including process data and also the controller data. So with all this transparency of the data, now the customer is able to manage the machines easier. They are able to achieve preventive maintenance, condition monitoring, and stuff like that. So all in all, I strongly agree that having a strong communication network is paramount for the success of SME machine builders in the global industry. Thank you.
I have additional questions. So it sounds the technology is very, very complicated. I'm just wondering to learn on, to how to say, for the trainings, does play an important part, please?
You mean training?
Yes.
Definitely. I think the Taiwanese engineers, they have to be educated with the latest technology, and that is why, like I mentioned earlier, we are providing free workshops to engineers of machine builders, to engineers of end users. We want to, bring the German technology to Taiwan to make the Taiwanese engineers to be more competitive. So I think training is really part and parcel of our business, and we are always also working with institutions to educate the new younger generation, so that when they come out from schools, they are able to have the latest technology to introduce to their companies, to their employers. Thank you.
Thank you. So my next question will go to next cobot, Mr. Sun, General Manager Sun. So as you can see here in this exhibition, there's a lot of cobot. So cobot is your focus products. So I'm just wondering, can you share with us your success story, particularly here in Taiwan? And I'm also very wondering, your partner here sitting near me is Synapticon. What kind of role they play in this introduction? Can you share with your story? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Su, for the question. Yes, so Next Cobot's main focus is to provide a collaborative and also industrial robot control system to our customers. And I think the main success factor when we introduce our solutions to these customers is we are able to provide a modularized product portfolio to these customers, meaning the customers, we have to figure out what their pain point is in the first stage, what kind of trouble they are facing when they are building their own robots, and then target their major pain point. And another success factor is because SMEs here in Taiwan, they want an affordable solution. Yes, and they often ask us if it's possible for a certain level of customization, whether it's hardware or software customization. So since we have our own software development team, we are able to proceed with customization service for these customers. So I would like to take an example. For example, we have a 3C manufacturing customer here. They've built their own robot product line, 6-axis articulated robot, SCARA robot, and then collaborative robot. So they're currently facing challenges in their line, their controller system being not very stable in their production line. They want to add additional features, user interfaces, or application software. For example, AI plus defect inspection software integrated in their robot arm when they are inspecting a curved face or a curved device of their product line. So they came to us and seeked for assistance in building a stable control system for them. So that's how we start working with customers, mainly talking to them and knowing what their trouble is. I think most of the applications that we see from our projects are mainly these types of customers that are looking to build a particular application robot in their production lines. And most of these customers, they have a lot of know-how, a good team in mechanical engineering design, but they lack the robot controller technology and also the robot joint technology. And to answer to your second question, actually this is where our partner Synapticon comes in, because in order to build a professional robot joint, it's not easy. And in order to build a safety joint, it's even tougher. And because Synapticon has already the technology integrated in their servo drive, they make the whole joint design process a lot faster, saving a lot of time when they want to let their robot go to the market. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Esland, can you comment on this topic?
Yeah, especially when it comes to functional safety. So first of all, maybe motion control is some kind of black magic, especially when it comes to robotics, and then when it needs to be safe in addition to that. And it is a big challenge for a big company, which is why we have also established players from the automation industry, automation component vendors and automation platform vendors as our customers. So they prefer taking such a ready-made solution that incorporates so much of investment and expertise into a single device. It's really invisible from the outside what is in there and what different aspects need to be covered by this component. But for SMEs, especially the younger companies that just start, probably also with comparably young engineers, it's a particular challenge to enter into all these disciplines that you need to cover when designing a robot. And whatever you can eliminate in this whole engineering stack comes to your benefit when it comes to time to market and the capabilities of your product and how this product creates value for your customers. I mean, when I say you, I'm looking from the perspective of these companies bringing new products, new robotic products to the market.
Thank you. Thank you. My last going to Agus. One of the topic today for the forum is the digitalization. So particularly digitalization, how we can help a small, medium company. So I know that Agus, I visit your factory in Köln personally before. So I'm just curious, can you share with the Agus your digitalization, particularly your smart cable. Can you share with your story? Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shi. I think this question is very good for IGUS because IGUS is also considered SME, small and medium-sized company in Germany. And first of all, I want to talk about how can our smart cables can save customers maintenance cost. Because all of our smart plastics products, we have like online versions. It can help the customer to check all the machine and check all the product situation on time. Just use a device like laptop or cell phone to visit a certain website and enter your username and password, and you can see all the machine situation now. Like I can also use my cell phone to see the test machine running in our test lab. So I remember I take one example in the past. Sometimes I visit the crane builders or crane users in the south of Taiwan, and I spent one day. I took a high-speed rail to the south of Taiwan and just to take a look of the IGUS products to see if everything is okay or not. But now the customer, they can save on this kind of cost and the time because they can just check this machine running on the website. Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is my last question to our guests here. So,
okay. So thank you very much. We have finalized the discussion, and I think it's our target for our visitors, customers, to create something like a takeaway. So I would like to ask all of our panelists to sum up. Okay, what is the most important key message you want to forward to our partners and the audience here? So I'd like to start with Adi from Siemens.
Right, I think we touched on several points, right? I mean, around smart manufacturing, how we as Siemens are also able to help our customers. The one topic I definitely also want to just mention, Axel, that you were asking the question about sustainability earlier. And this is a topic where, especially for Taiwanese machine builders who are exporting so heavily, it is a must to have a look at. And here is where also then we are trying to help them gain transparency in the first step, and based on that, take concrete actions how we are reducing the carbon footprint of the Taiwanese machine builders so that they are getting then more competitive when they are selling their machines abroad. Because this is going to be a key topic which the customers abroad are going to be looking for when they are importing Taiwanese machines. So transparency, and based on that, reduce also their carbon footprint. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Stephen, from GE's perspective.
Yes, I think all the customers need to be educated. Today we are gathering in here with a lot of experts from Taiwan and Germany side. However, if we can work together like what we are doing today to educate our customer from entry level to middle to highest level, eventually they will stay with us, and we share all the glory together, and we will conquer all the challenge together. So we need to educate them and give us a good chance to learn from them as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Nikolai, from your perspective, what is the takeaway?
So I was really inspired by today's event, remembering that it all basically partnerships is what matters, and especially when it comes to big technical challenges. I think we could see, based on the presentations and the interesting questions asked and answers given, how much this matters. And from our small conversation before the panel, I actually learned about the Taiwanese model, which is basically to join forces into certain particularly challenging developments that somehow every player in the market needs to overcome or needs to tackle. And that's what we're doing in a way with NextCobot for functional safety, to establish a certain level that then all players in the market can benefit from and focus on their distinguishing factors towards their customers, creating value for their customers. And I find this pretty inspiring that, there is something like the Taiwanese model that exactly describes that actually, that is important for Taiwan. I think this can be an inspiration for the world and for whole industries.
Yep. Thank you very much, Nikolai. Now moving forward to Jenny, from your perspective, what is the most important key message?
I think the key message is that integrated functional safety control will definitely change the world of human-robot collaboration. You know, when I first saw Nick's slide on the movie The Minority Report, I was really shocked. That was in 2002. That was when robots and human collaboration was unsafe. And now I'm sure that with the new technologies that are coming out, this will definitely be a much safer world.
Thank you very much, Jenny. Gordon, from Eagle's perspective.
Okay, thank you. I think in the past 2 years, in Taiwan, we rarely experienced lockdown, but lockdown is very popular in Europe and America. And in these past 2 years, we did a lot to bring our service digitalized, and we make our products much easier for customers, even with remote situation. And what we want to say to the Taiwan small and middle-sized enterprise is that digitalization is very important. I think at the beginning, digitalization of your product, of your service could be very expensive, and could be very difficult. But we think that is something that needs to be done and quickly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gordon. Felix, from Beckhoff, what is the most important topic from your side?
Well, I think my key message will be my personal motto, which is KISS, keep things simple, stupid. I think this is pretty in line to Beckhoff because we like to keep things simple. When you have less hardware, less connections, less cable, less manpower and stuff like that. And you know, when the COVID happened, it really gave us a lot of lesson that, you know, now a lot of more and more things have to be done remotely. So I think Beckhoff really provides this convenience for our customers to be able to manage their customers abroad remotely. And I believe that, you know, when there will be less traveling in the future, air traveling, this will also help reduce the carbon emission. As we know, air traveling is one of the main contributor of carbon footprint. So my message, keep things simple, stupid. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Felix. Before we finalize it, I'd like to sum up the presentation from my perspective. From my perspective, the takeaway is really machinery means we have a real product, we have real production. It's not everything in the digital world, but also this real production becomes more and more digital, and it's a quite complex process with different layers from carbon reduction, smart cables, to safety topics. And these topics can be only solved in strong partnerships, and it's a permanently ongoing process. And it's also a takeaway from my perspective. There is no way out. You cannot escape from this digitalization. And target group and involved is any kind of company, big companies, international companies, and also the small and mid-sized companies. And this means we have to get in touch with these companies. We have to discuss the solutions and the different opportunities. So from my perspective, I'm looking forward to the next forum. And now I'd like to close this forum. Thank you very much to all participants, to my co-moderator, Mr. Su, and of course to our teams organizing and make this happen, and Andy as our EMC for today. So thank you very much for joining. It was a big pleasure for me. A lot of things I've learned, and it was great to have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Lindberg, and thank you to Mr. Chairman Si. Please stand for a group photo for our panel. Please stand for a group photo for our panel. I have a key takeaway point to add. Taiwan and Germany should cooperate together as partners for the entirety of the foreseeable future. Let's have a group photo. Stand close together, because Taiwan and Germany should have very close cooperation. Yes. Okay. And thumbs up, of course. Adi, you led the way. You led the way with a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Let's take a group photo. Our YouTube streaming is still live. Ladies and gentlemen, This has been a wonderful 7th Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Forum, and Taiwan and Germany will continue their cooperation, our cooperation, for the entirety of our future. Okay, thumbs up for Taiwan. Zan. Germany. Zan. Okay, yes. Okay, again. Taiwan. Zan. Germany. Zan. Taiwan and Germany. Zan. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. Thank you to our YT viewers. Looking forward to the next forum of Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery.